Hey everybody, welcome back to Living Life Dial Style. We got another one for you today. We are going to do another pool, and what we're going to do, hey, and by the way, I hope everybody's doing okay today. It's a wonderful day. It's beautiful. It's hot, but hey, that's the way it is right now this time of year. It's why we're setting up swimming pools. We're going to do another swimming pool, but this one I'm going to show you a more detailed view of everything that I'm going to do to get this pool up. I'm doing this pool for my sister. Uh, they bought one from, they got one of the ones from Sam's for $3.99. The Bestway 18 by 48. What we're going to have to do first is, first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to level the ground out back here, which it's not bad, thank goodness. I'm not going to have to do anything like what I did when I did mine. And Michelle, what I'm fixing to do is I'm going to use a transom, and I'm going to show you what I can do with the transom to show me how bad off the ground is. Michelle, pan to the transom so they can see the transom. All right, whenever you get that, pan back over here and tell me when I get a close-up on this. You see this? Is that good? All right, this is my transom stick. It's got this receiver on it that's going to beep when it's on that, when it's lined up with that right there. So hang on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on, okay? Now what you'll see, you'll watch this. When it gets perfect with the transom, see how it beeps fast? That's it. So watch this. I've already done some preliminary setting up. I'm going to go out here and show you how far off the ground is. All right, I'm only about 6 foot off of the patio, and right here, look, I'm only inches off the ground. Right here, if I go out a little bit, go over here, we're gonna have to do very little. Just more or less scrape it. Okay, probably 2 inches off the ground right here. Here's gonna be the outer edge of the pool. This is the outer edge of the pool over here. Again, look at that, man. I'm like 3 inches off. It's gonna be a breeze. Piece of cake, okay? So what I'm gonna do now, over here, this 5 foot, let me get that to stop beeping. This 5 foot area here is a little built up right by the concrete slab that we're gonna do. That's been done already. This is the only place where I'm really gonna have to dig down a little bit, but it's not gonna be bad. Still gonna be great. So what I'll do is I'm gonna try to skim the top off of this, and then I'll try to move some of it over here where this ground is low. What happened over here is let me move this down. I'm gonna cut it off for now. They had a oak tree right here, a good sized oak tree, really bigger than I thought. This thing was only about yay. Well, I'm not. I started off small, but let me go bigger. It was about that big around, but my gosh, I did not know how big the root was. I started trying to dig the root up with my ditch witch, and about halfway into it, I started thinking, I'm not gonna be able to get this root up. This thing is massive, this root ball. Finally, we dug at it for like an hour and a half, messing with it, and finally we saw a little movement. Everybody had saw it at one time. We all got excited because all of us was thinking this root ain't coming out. And we finally got it to move, but when we got it to move, it was so heavy, I couldn't even lift it out with my ditch witch. I've got a ditch witch with a backhoe. So I ended up having to get my little John Deere tractor out there, and what I ended up doing is we hooked a chain to it. No, I did not. I used the ditch witch, because the ditch witch is 4-wheel drive, and it's got those humongous tires on it, and it's a beast. It's massive. And we ended up hooking a chain to it. And the first time we tried it, we couldn't get it, so I had to rehook the chain. And then I finally got it out of the ground, and I drug it, and I didn't even stop until I got way over into the woods with it, because I was afraid if I stopped, I wouldn't get it to move again. But anyway, that's a backstory. It's probably more than you wanted to know. But anyway, there's a little bit of low spot here, but this has been gone for a little while, so the ground's good and settled. It's not going to be a problem with the pool. So what I'm going to do is, can you pan on to the tractor out there? Brought my little buddy over here for this, my little John Deere. We're gonna use that and scrape the ground and everything with, and my son's gonna use the transom, and he's going to move it around for me and show me what we got. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna go. First thing I'm gonna do. Can you put that over this way some? Don't worry about the chair. She's worried about her chair. She's got to have a seat. She's a master of relaxation. Turn it a little more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to skim a little bit of the dirt off on this far side here, just because that's my lowest side, and I want to go ahead and get that skimmed, and then I'm going to set the transom at that level. And then what we'll do is we'll move over and we'll skim until we've got it fairly level with the transom, and then it cuts itself off after a minute or two. And then after we do that, we get it good, you know, fairly level like we want. We're going to take our dump trailer and we're going to go get a load of about 3 tons of sand, and then we'll lay. Then after we've got a good solid scraped off fairly level base, we'll put the sand down, and then we'll level the sand out. And then after we level the sand out, we might even get the pool up today. I'm hoping we will. But stay with me, and we'll pause for now and we'll get set up. Hang on, don't pause yet. Yeah, go ahead and do that. All right. What I got to do first is, now if you want to take
Super.
Don't hit that transom. Hey, don't.